Alrighty, everyone, welcome back. As you could have told that I was still here just talking in chat a little bit, but if you want to kind of hear the clarification there, Nuketopia, even as someone who plays a lot of Jund, I know how it can be when you basically just draw really, really poorly in a game or in like a match with like a 60-40 deck. And like with something like Dredge, you'll come into like hate, which is going to happen all the time, but you're not going to lose a game with Jund to hate as much as you are losing a game with Jund just because you made a mistake that was stupid, or because your opponent just top decked better, or you drew poorly or something. And like, I personally feel like, especially if you haven't played a whole lot of either deck recently with the new meta and everything, I would say that Jund is going to create a lot more feel-bad situations. So, outside of that, getting into HedronShift, this deck is very bad. The Grolin, he's not in chat currently. He's actually hanging out doing schoolwork or something. But he's the one that kind of came up with the idea for this deck. And this is where we landed on. If you saw the video from last week, you'll know that the deck was really bad. And so this week we decided, hey, let's take out all the cards that didn't do anything, like the Avenger of Zendikars and the Tireless Trackers and the Prime Times, and add a bunch of fog effects. So we're playing 4 fogs, 4 Haze of Pollens, 3 Defend the Hearths. And then, so our main win con here is obviously Scapeshifting, but what you want to do is you want to have a Hedron Crab or something in play with like a Phantasmal Image copied Hedron Crab, and then you can destroy them with a Scapeshift in a single go. The deck worked a couple of times last week, and it was kind of sweet when it just sort of did its like ramp thing and protected itself, and that's kind of what's going on with it. Lotless Giant. I don't know what Lotless Giant does. I don't know. I think it'd be better if you just like ran with a glass cannon. Like, it always feels better in those bigger events to do that. And that's as somebody who loves Jund too. Like, I love taking Jund to events like that, but it always creates a lot of feel-bad situations. So, and then our sideboard is just chock full of these cards that are, like, really hard to deal with. Surgical is for, like, the combo and Tron matchups. Seal for the combo decks mostly. Negates for control. All of these cards are for control with the exception of Obstinate Baloth, which is good against, like, Jund and Abzan, and as well as, like, Burn. And then Tireless Tracker is just a really good card. So our deck can shift into a much more aggressive deck when it needs to. And so that's kind of what the plan we're going for here is. So despite what I was saying earlier about doing this stuff here with our Monday events, it actually kind of sucked. Just like people conceding randomly. So we're going to jump into an actual league with HedronShift, which makes me feel bad because the last deck meant a lot more to me, and I just kind of played games with it instead of actually joining a league, but whatever. Yeah, I still it's similar to Flayer of Hatebound. Is it from RTRTR? That sounds really familiar. No, that can't be from that. I don't know what it does. I would like to play first, and this hand does a lot of nothing. I think I'm going to mulligan. I think this deck wants to mulligan aggressively for a Hedron Crab. Yep, top that one. We kind of have, like, the combo kill in hand. And we're up against Tron. So these fogs probably aren't going to do a whole lot. And without our main board answers, like surgical or whatever, we don't have surgicals in our main board like normal mill does. So this might suck. Okay. Them missing a land drop of a Tron land is pretty good. Yeah, it sounds familiar. I think I might have played it at a pre-release, or at least had seen it played at a pre-release, but I don't remember which one it is. They got a Sanctum of Ugin, sure. That's not a Tron piece. Yep, they have another sphere. Oh, yeah. I think I remember seeing that, actually. That one was pretty good. Save targets, always yield. Just super mill them. Yeah, that card's kind of sweet. I don't know. Creeping Chill really gave that deck something. They do. I don't even remember what Creeping Chill, like, replaced. I just remember, like, playing against it a couple times, and it, like, sucked to play against. Because, like, it's super easy for Dredge to, like, do 8 damage. But, like, it has such a problem with closing power. And so, I think the Creeping Chills really put that deck over the top because it gave it closing power. Can we kill our opponent this turn? We might actually be able to. Oh my god, we can kill our opponent. Neonate versus Shriekmaw. Always yes, always yield. Yes. I don't know, I always like Shriekmaw. Sure. You're dead. Dude, you're dead. I'm not gonna click through my Scapeshift accidentally this time. Let's see. Forest, breeding pool, island. Who cares? Doesn't really matter what they are. No, I would not like to pay 2 life. Always yield. Holy crap. Oh, they're playing the Shriekhorn, aren't they? Isn't that the new one that they're playing or whatever? Oh, I probably should have. It's Tron. I take out all of these stupid fog effects that don't do anything in this matchup. Bring in Tireless Trackers, bring in Seals, bring in Negates. Seems pretty easy. Shriek Horn. Yeah. Yeah, not Shriek Maw. It's fine. It's actually kind of funny with against decks that play like Serum Visions. If they like key cards on top, you're just like, yeah, I'll mill you, I guess. That's always pretty funny. That's happened to me a couple times actually against them. Just like not thinking about it, I just like keep 2 cards on top, and they're like, okay, get rid of them. But the card is fine. It's pretty zesty, but it's definitely good. This hand's pretty okay actually. It doesn't have a Hedron Crab, but like it does some stuff. Yeah, I guess it's fair. Okay, so normally I'd say because we were on the draw, I'm going to keep Negate up against like turn 3 natural Karn. Get his stupid face out of my face. Yeah, they don't run Visions. They run Ancient Stirrings, right? Yeah, just like get it out of there. Watch this be just another Karn. Did they just like double Karn the Tron lands? Rest in spaghetti, yeah. Karn is an awful planes. Well, I mean he's great in lore, but like Karn needs to cool it. I play so many decks that die to turn 1 Urza's Tower that just like we don't need to talk about how tilted I get about Tron. Spatial Contortion of my Tireless Tracker, sure. What have you got? Yeah, I think I'm gonna have Cryptic up because they have 10 mana right now. They're casting Walking Ballista, sure. Whatever. It doesn't look like Ulamog. Looks like 7 mana something, 6 mana something. Wormcoil? I still don't like that. Get that out of my face. Search for tomorrow? Sure. This deck may actually just want to like aggressively... No, I think I want to draw the card. Because I don't have any action otherwise. This was stupid. I should have done that backwards. Okay, but they auto-passed, so it's fine. Always yes, always yield. There's a Karn. Yep. You can have my search for tomorrow because it's not doing anything. Please restart the game. That'd be sweet. Yeah, here's the unfortunate thing. And just not having anything to do with this Scapeshift in hand. Yep. My opponent should really restart the game next turn. That'd be sweet. Incoming Ulamog. Oh boy. If I draw a Hedron Crab, it's, what, 7 triggers, which is only 21 cards? Which isn't even enough to kill them. And I die next turn. Yep. Okay. Let's try that again. This time on the play, hopefully with Hedron Crabs to stop them from doing whatever they're about to do. Or like a surgical with a Hedron Crab, that seems sweet. Yeah, should have. Okay, this hand would be super good if I had a Hedron Crab. But it doesn't do anything otherwise. This hand is fine. I don't want that one, though. Yeah, they're like spicy mayo, right? That's such a good way to talk about Tron. That feels so good. That's hilarious. Ooh, there's the Hedron Crab. Spatial contortion. Cold shot. That's funny. That's insulting to wet blankets. Missing a land drop here really sucks, though. Oh, okay. Yeah, that makes sense. I got you. That's exactly how I would describe Tron. That makes sense. Yeah, you have a map. Oh, look, they got the Urza's Tower. Another Scapeshift, huh? Well, not doing a whole lot. My opponent's just going to slam, what, 9 mana down my throat next turn? And I haven't really done anything about it. 9 mana. Not quite Ulamog. Ugin, sure. This is what I was afraid of with this deck, is just like having Scapeshifts in our hand with nothing to do with them. And they're just going to bolt the Hedron Crab, so it doesn't really matter. I don't think we're winning this game, so... Yep. I'm waiting to concede. Conceding. Alright. Well, hey, we won a game. We got to do the thing once. The deck functions. Not saying it's great, but it functions. Yeah. This hand is pretty good. Bolt, my dude. Sure. You've got to be kidding me. Oh, God, I hate everything. I just am not a fan of Tron, chat. I just hate them. I just hate Tron. Mono red Tron, I guess? What's going on? And I don't have any more land drops. Nope. Of course. Red blue Tron. What is happening? What is my opponent doing? I'm so confused. They discarded an Izzet Signet. I could really use a land drop this turn. Oh, man. Sure. Okay. That's part of it. Something like that. Can I kill them this turn? If they have a bolt, then I'm super dead. Dr. Edgelord. Yeah, I'll see you later, man. We've made a tactical error, chat. We've made a tactical error. There's an Emrakul in our opponent's deck. Well, well, we are never beating that. We have no way to kill that whatsoever. What? No, I probably want Haze of Pollen. No, let's drop 2 of them. What? What was my opponent doing? They were just like, I've got red blue Tron stuff. I'm going to cast an Emrakul. Oh my god, of course. Alright. I don't need that one. Yeah, see ya, man. I'm super never going to win this game. Oh my god, why? I'm going to have to mute myself real quick. Sorry about that, everyone. Don't worry, we're not going to do much here. We're just drawing more stuff that sucks and does nothing. Oh boy. Let's see. My opponent also not doing a whole lot. But at least they're hitting land drops and such. Well, at least we can start. We can start cycling our Haze of Pollens here. They have Natural Tron. Okay. Alright. That's something. This needs 3 counters, right? Yeah. Well, actually, hold on. I want to keep this Phantasmal Image so that when they hard cast Emrakul, I can hopefully survive through the attack, and then I don't know. Copy their Emrakul, which would be kind of sweet. So now I've got lands that I can do stuff with. Okay. That's something. If we draw one more of those, it'll be game over, I think. Well, no, it won't, because the trigger for the Emrakul is still going to go on the stack. Oh boy. Begin combat. Tap all creatures my opponents control. And draw a card. Do you have another one? Sure. Wow. Wow. Okay. Okay, so we've seen that the deck functions. The deck can work. It has a not consistent, but it has a like turn 4 kill that it can do, and it worked out really well for us there. We almost had it in that first game of that last match as well, except our opponent had Emrakul in their deck, and we didn't really have an answer to it, so... Wow, that's bad. That's very good. I think I want that on top, too. Although I really just want like I want like a Scapeshift. Scapeshift would just like put this game away. Save the targets, always yield. What are we doing, opponent? Swamps and islands. Uh-oh. That's really bad for you, opponent. That also could be super bad for us, but... Oh, I should have played the land first. Or I should have played the Hedron Crab first and then played the land. That was really stupid of me. I don't think my opponent can kill me this turn, though. Zombie infestation, sure. Hey, look at that. We got one. So, definitely want these. Definitely want Negates. I don't really want these Defend the Hearth. They're like the worst one of the fogs. And then just like cut a Haze of Pollen. Otherwise, I think that our deck kind of functions pretty well against our opponents. Okay, this hand isn't really doing anything. I think we just want to aggressively mulligan until we get a Hedron Crab. Jesus. And my opponent's deck is cute, but like I don't really know if it's gonna win anything. Treasure hunt, sure. 2 cards. Well, that's probably pretty good for them. Here, save targets, always yield. Just hit a couple of islands. Play a Seal of Primordium. I should be attacking with my Hedron Crab. Sending a message. And they got the zombie infestation, sure. Yep. I'll take 4. Could really use a ramp spell of some kind. Or like another crab would work too. Because I can only survive with these fogs for so long. My opponent's not really presenting any meaningful clock either, so... Now I should be able to survive with all these fogs. And I think since I have so many of them, I'm just gonna... Yeah, there we go. I'm stupid. I'm just not paying attention. Alright, so 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, no, no. Milieu for 18. So I'm not dead on this turn, I don't think. Yeah, it doesn't look like it. And now I think I should be able to survive. And then drawing like a Scapeshift or something here too will do it, but deck I'm playing is super cheap. You want something that is quite the meme, that is pretty funny and has powerful plays, is build this thing. Like, these Scapeshifts are cheap. You don't really need the Misty Rainforests. They don't really matter as much. Image my Hedron Crab. There's another zombie infestation, okay. I'm at 1. Cryptic to bounce my land so that I can play a land this turn. Mill my opponent for 6. Pass. We got there for 1. Although I feel like that matchup was really easy. That wasn't like a matchup that we should have, or that we were going to lose to, because we had just like really good ways to fight against them. Turbo Fog really stops the deck that only has a win con of attacking with creatures. So, but our deck is functioning. It's not just sitting there and dirtling around and not doing anything. If it aggressively mulligans for a Hedron Crab, it can win very decently. Like, it is doing things with it. It just has to have a Hedron Crab. If we had another Hedron Crab type effect, this deck would be very good. The fact that we only have the 1 really sucks, So I don't know. There could be merit for something like adding back tireless trackers. Well, I don't know. I was thinking like tireless trackers and then like collected companies to like find those things, but the Phantasmal Images can't copy anything if you're getting an image and something else off of the collected company and there isn't something for it to copy before it enters, because it can't copy the thing you get off of it with in collected company. Like if you Coco into Phantasmal Image and Tireless Tracker and you have nothing in play and your opponent has nothing in play, the Phantasmal Image just dies because it can't copy the Tireless Tracker because it's not already in play. That's what I'm trying to get to there. Taking some time to locate my opponent here. While we're waiting for this queue to pop, I wanted to say thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate it. My name is Knight of St. Traft. I stream every Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday evenings, Central Standard Time around 4 o'clock-ish. Today we were a little bit later than normal, but it's whatever. I'm kind of in the process of moving into a new place, and in the new place I will actually have like a office with a desk set up that I can stream from and do a lot more with as far as the stream setup goes. Currently, we're kind of in the moving process, so I can't really do that as much. So I'm kind of stuck here doing what I'm doing right now, which is just kind of sitting on my bed with my laptop and playing. So I apologize if it's a little wonky and if there's some issues with like sound or noise. Like my microphone isn't set up, so I know that it doesn't sound as great, all that kind of stuff. So this hand does nothing. This hand also does nothing, but it has a Cryptic Command and lands in order to cast it. Maybe. That's probably fine if this is an aggressive deck. If this is control, that was the worst card to keep on top. Oh boy. But I wanted to say, like I said, thank you guys. I really appreciate you guys hanging out. If you haven't yet, please hit the follow button on Twitch, and if you're watching on YouTube in the future, please hit the subscribe button on my YouTube channel. That being said, you can also find a link to my YouTube channel under my stream. There's just a big button that says that, but you can also find it youtube.com/Knight of St. Traft. It's pretty easy to find from there. And I would really appreciate it if you hit the follow/subscribe buttons, respectively, because it helps get my name out there. It helps me stream a little bit more frequently, and it's something I want to continue doing because I really enjoy streaming. It's a lot of fun. So if you guys could help me out, that would be awesome. What are we doing? We have an image. We have a Cryptic Command to do stuff with. So let's see. My opponent also not doing much, though. This is just going to come down to whoever blinks first, honestly. Which means we can just amass a combo. What are they doing? Secure the wastes. Okay. No. Just conserve my life total here. Well, we said the control was going to be a hard matchup. Just because we don't have... Like, we have all these fogs, and they just don't do anything in this matchup, so... Do a Negate? Mana Leak, sure. Is this like old blue-white control? This is interesting. Oh, this is like blue-white mid-range. Okay. Give him that one. Well, I have a bunch of mana and nothing to spend it on. Yep. Gosh, we're just not doing anything here. Whew. Yeah, that's pretty good. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We've drawn 12 of 22 lands. And they have a Path to Exile, so there's no point there's no reason or no way that's going to stick around. Ooh, mission briefing. Interesting. Yep. Not much I'm going to be doing in 3 turns. What have we got? Gideon of the Trials. Yeah. Jeez. And I have to kill him. Yep. I'm super dead. Let's move on and do our control sideboarding plan. So we cut all of these phantasmal images, all of these fog effects. We bring in the Tireless Trackers, Tatyovas, the Avengers, the Negates, and 1 Seal, 1 Obstinate Baloth. Just like that. I would like to play first. Well, as much as I want to keep this, actually, I probably should keep this. 2 Avenger of Zendikar is just a lot. It's going to be hard to do anything with. This sideboard probably needs something like Dispel or so, because fighting in this counter wars with like negates and cryptic commands is just going to suck. All sorts of butts. Save targets, always yield. Fetch. Suspend, green. I need to be drawing more lands too, if we're going to do anything with this. Attack, send a message. I wonder if this deck wants white as well. Just for more 1-mana fogs, but also just like sideboard hate cards. Missing a land drop here sucks. Gideon, sure. Emblem, nope. Prevent all damage that one of them would deal. Yeah, I got rid of my Phantasmal Image. Not hitting land drops is really bad against control. This is not fun. They do not have Cryptic mana up, though. Oh, we've just missed far too many land drops. Resto Angel, sure. Prevent all damage that it would deal, yep. Yeah, unfortunately, you get that one. Return Lad Chad to your hand. Draw a card. Disdainful Stroke. Sure. Interesting. I don't know if we're going to win this one. But we have to at least try, right? Yep. It's keeping my Tireless Tracker down forever. Yep. What is this? Is this Teferi? Baneslayer Angel. I'd really rather you didn't, opponent. Do you have a negate? Alright. I also have a Baneslayer Angel. It's not surviving. Yep. Wow, okay, this match sucked. To be fair, I guess I didn't know. Fogs seem like really bad against them. Maybe Haze of Pollen stay in. Just so I can fight against the aggressive beats. But, man, that really sucked. Alright, well, we won one of them. But, as of right now, that means that this can no longer go 3-2. So we're going to go ahead and call it for tonight. It's getting to be about that time for me anyway. So I really appreciate you guys hanging out. Like I said before that last match, I really love everyone, subscribing and following and doing all that stuff. Either following on here or subscribing on YouTube. I really appreciate it. Helps get my name out there. It helps me continue doing this week in, week out, and I really appreciate to continue to do it because I love it. So next Monday we will return with both the decks we played tonight. So if you would like to see more of that, please stop in on Monday around 4 p.m. and we will continue doing those. As well as tomorrow, I'm not really 100% sure what I'm going to be playing yet, but it'll probably be something kind of dumb and grindy. I was feeling sort of Jund style decks, so I might play that tomorrow. And then we'll also be back on Wednesday, and I'm not really sure what I'll be playing on Wednesday yet either. But if you have a request, please shoot it at me, and I'll either let you know whether or not it sounds like fun, or if it just sounds miserable and I don't really feel like playing it. But usually I'm okay with playing just about anything. So thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate it. Like I said, follow button, subscribe button, the bell on YouTube if you want to, all that stuff. I'm not Obstinate Draft, and I'm going to be signing off for today. I will see you guys tomorrow.